So we'll just create a Hibernate application using annotation configuration. Okay, so what do you need to do for the first? The model will just create a model. Okay, so I'll just create a model class. I'll just create a model class with the name student. I'll create a model class with the student. Okay, so as soon as I create a class, I'll just use this entity. Okay, just look here. While typing itself, I'll just press Control Space. I'll get suggestions from which one? Entity from javax dot persistence. So it is importing. Okay. So next, I'll use this table annotation. Table. So name equals, a table name should be students. A table name should be students. Okay. Next. So private int roll number. Private int roll number, and you're still not following the naming conventions. Okay. Camel casing. So these are the fields I'm just creating. Hmm? So now to this, I'll be using ID. Specifying it as a ID field. Okay. Next, I'll be using the generated value for automatically generating the values for the ID fields. Okay. So identity. For this, I'm just giving this column annotation. Okay. Name equals score. So instead of marks, I want to create a table field with the name score. With a score. Okay. Yes. So what next? What next? Generate a default constructor. Generate default constructor, then generate get as an sales. Okay, it's the same class. It's the same class, but with the annotations. It's the same model class with the annotations. So for everything, we are use what? Persistence. Next, we'll go to hibernate.cfg.xml. So once you're done with this much, we'll go to the hibernate.cfg.xml. Okay. So here, Hibernate using annotation configuration. Hibernate using annotation configuration. Okay. So it is mapping class. You need to specify the mapping class. Yeah. So model dot student, is it not? So When you're using annotation configuration, we need to use this mapping class equals this model dot student. That's the difference. That's what we are using like this, is it not? So here using student. So that's the difference. Next, we'll create a main class. We'll create a main class. Okay. So I'll just do file save as student app dot java. Student app. Okay. So till here it is everything is same. So from here you need to change. So from here you need to change, is it not? So we're creating a which object? Student s1 equals new student. So I'll create a scanner object for taking the input at the runtime. Okay, to take the input at runtime. So we're just taking a input at runtime. Otherwise, each time you have to modify it, na, in the code. That's why I'm using a scanner. So why you're not entering the values for the roll number? It will be automatically generated. So we're just creating a scanner input. Okay. So now this I will remove. So here what we need to give S1 and S1. Okay. So this should be the value of what? F name. This should take the value of L name. So S1 dot set marks. Got the point? So we're just trying to save that. So I'll say whatever we did yesterday. Okay, so we're done with the code. Hope you understood what we did. We just created a model class, give this annotations. Okay, then in the Hibernate configuration file, we are given this student app. Just added this so that we'll take a input from the runtime. The rest are all same, whatever we did yesterday. So run as Java application. So just look here, you get an option here to enter the first name, last name, and marks of a student. Yesterday we are hard coding the values, isn't it? So today we are giving this at the runtime. James Gosling, okay, 78. So data successfully saved. Total student is 1. Yes. So I'll run it again. Just look here. In the previous case, yeah, I'll show you. We are not entering the values for the roll number. So roll number will be automatically generated. Hmm? Yes. 1, 2, etc. Why? Because we are given it as identity. We just given it as identity. Hmm? So James Gosling 78 to Gavin King 89. So you can just see how the new table will be created. So yesterday we had only EMP and product. So today we'll be having something called as students. A new table will be created, students. And data, you can just look at. So roll number, you can just see we have a key field here. Key symbol here. What is it? It's a primary key field. First name, last name is fine. Score. Actually, it is marks, na? But we have modified that. My table will be having a column with the name scores. What we did? Annotation. Again, we are given a. It's not mandatory. Okay. If you're not given anything, the field name will be what? Marks. Got it? So which is the easiest one? Mapping or XML or annotation? Annotation. Okay. The whole concept of that XML file generation, it is not required. Already we have a Hibernate configuration file with us. Hibernate configuration file with us. And we are just adding this. Okay. So this is how it will work. Yes. Student app Hibernate application using annotation configuration. Display student object. Display student object. Okay. So everyone are confident? For doing the same. Okay. So same steps, but the type of the project we'll be creating is web app. What man? So file new Maven project as usual. So just check out people here. File new Maven project. Maven project. Okay. So here no modification. It is asking to specify the default workspace. That's all. Next. Yes, listen here. So here you can just look here people. So normally we use quick start and you just select internal here. Always it should be internal. Scroll down, you'll get a web app. You get option called as web app. So this will create a web application. This will create a web application. This will create a web application. So artifact, this all will be coming by default. Hmm? Web app you have to select. So name of the project. So I'll just specify Hyper Web. Hyper Web. Hmm? The rest all will remain same and just click on finish. Just look at download from this particular website. Hmm? So here it will ask, do you want to create this particular project? Hmm? Just press Y. Yes. Okay. So as usual, the web project is created. Okay. The web application is created. So from the previous pom.xml file, or I'll do it from the beginning as usually. What do you do? So we need to, first thing is what? You just go to pom.xml. So just go to the pom.xml. Sorry, we need to add the dependencies from which one? The Maven repositories, is it not? So here you have to search for Hibernate. You need to search for Hibernate. Hibernate core. Okay. So always go for the version which has maximum usage. Okay. So we are using this 5.6. So just click here and paste it to the dependencies. So as I showed you, Maven dependencies by default will have only one jar file. As soon as I add this, okay, and just save this file, so all these jar files will be automatically downloaded. Next, what is that? MySQL connector. Just look here. If you're using Oracle, I'm just showing here OJDBC, and you need to search for OJDBC, Oracle JDBC driver. Okay, so you need to select this and you need to add that dependence 14. This you need to add in case if you're using Oracle. So we are using MySQL. So MySQL connector. You can just see here 8.033 or any versions which we have used last night. You can use it. Okay. So which was the version we used previously? 8.2.0. Okay, fine. So I'll use the latest version only, 8.2.0, and we will paste this dependency. It's same. Whatever we have done yesterday, na? Same. Okay. So here, just look at people. One thing you have to make a note. Here, src main Java. This particular folder is not created. src main Java, na? By default, it is not created. When you create a Maven when you create a Maven web app, there is a small bug still exists. It is not creating src main Java. Okay. You can just say, src main is there, web app is there. But you'll not have this, which one? src main Java. So just create that folder. Under src main, na, new or the only folder. Okay, remember this new folder and just give the name as Java. So now you'll get that src main Java. Just create a folder src main Java. Hmm. So next, under src main Java, the package whatever you created, no, that is also not created because there was no src main Java. Hmm. So next here new other package. So it should be com dot sidac dot training dot hyper web. So this will be the base package, is it not? Hyperweb will be the base package. Under this, the we need to create other packages. The first will be model. The first will be model. Next, again under hyperweb, we're creating dot DAO DAO. Okay. The last one is dot servlet. Dot servlet. Then the next one is dot servlet. So this much we require. Correct. So why we are creating MVC based web application? We're just creating MVC based web application. Next, we'll go to index.jsp. There's an error. Okay, here it's fine. We created a project structure now. We created a project structure. So what is this? This is a web application. So what we require? What we require? We're designing a web application. To run this, what we require? We require Tomcat. So I don't have Tomcat. Window. What should be done? Window, perspective, open perspective, other, Java EE. Perspective means Java, the different, if you're working in just okay, only Java, then you can select Java. Have it like this. So if you're creating web application, always use what? So automatically I'm getting server. The tab is there. So I'll just start the server. Server has been started. Okay. So I'll just try to run. Okay, by default, index.jsp file is there. By default, index.jsp file is there. Okay, we'll see whether it's working fine or not. Run as or run on server. And just look here, while you run it, if you get this option, select this checkbox. Always use this server while running the project. Otherwise, each time it will pop up. Correct? Index.jsp is loaded. So what does it mean? We have successfully created a Maven web project. Even if you got error now, still it is working. It's not actual error. Okay. Some cases your form.xml file or there might be Maven dependencies error. Make a note of this. Maven dependencies error. Okay. In that case, just go to your project, right click, go to Maven update projects. You need to update the project. We need to update the project. Okay. Update the project and select force update and just click on OK. So that's the thing. Yeah. So here, what is the next step, people? I have jars. I have my project structure ready. What is the next step? What's the next step? What is the next step? Of course, one answer I'm getting creative forms. Servlet. Hmm? Database connection. Using what? How? How? How will you connect to the database? You need to create a Hibernate configuration file. Is it not? Uh, you're telling database connection, but how will you do that? The first thing is, as usual, you need to create a Hibernate configuration file. You can do it later also, but you can just create now itself. So here, no, while you work in the web application, that Hibernate configuration file should be under resources, people. It should be under resources. When you're creating a web application, it should be under resources. So I'll right click on resources directly, new, other. I'll search for Hibernate configuration file. It should be under resources. So database dialect, I'll select this same whatever I did yesterday, MySQL driver class. So the driver now, you use the mysql.cj.jdbc driver, okay? mysql.cj.jdbc driver. Connection URL. So JDBC protocol, using that protocol, using MySQL driver, I'm connecting to HTTP, local host, okay, with the port number 3036 to the database, Hyper Web, which I need to create now, okay, Hyper Web, username root, redact. 33? Yeah. 3306. Correct now? And just click on finish. Just go to source. Okay, same. What we have done previously, na? Same we have. Here, which is the property we need to add? HBM. Sorry. Yeah. Have an H. Hmm? HBM. Yeah. Have a name. Correct, na? So just add this. Yeah. So Hyperweb is the new database you need to create. So my database is also created. Okay. Okay. Which one? This one. Yeah. Correct. It's wrong. Use here. Yes. So now we'll create a JSP file. We'll create a JSP file for the user input. So previously, what we did, we created the. How did we give the user entry? Through scanner and directly coded. We'll just create a JSP file for that. So right click on Hyperweb, new JSP or HTML, anything. File. So file name will be register. File name will be register. File name will be register. Okay, so we're just creating one JSP file, register.jsp, and customer registration form. Okay, customer registration form. So we'll just try to check whether it is working fine or not. It's run as run on. So okay, we just created a form. So whatever you enter here now, that should be stored in a table. That should be going and storing in a table. So that is what we are just trying to do. Okay. So we have just created a form. So this can be applied with the CSS and all those things. This regarding the Java version now, whatever Java version you have latest now, you are supposed to select. Just look here, that Java version should be having JRE, should be having JRE. So don't select these two because it is unbound. Okay, make sure that the latest version, it might be Java 8, whatever. So make sure that you have that. So let it, we'll take from the index. Okay, we'll each time run the index file. Okay, so so after that, we'll just provide a hyperlink. We'll have a hyperlink which will take you to which one? Register.jsp. Register.jsp. Okay, customer registration. So each time we'll be running this only. Which one? The index.jsp only. Each time we'll be running index.jsp. So from here, we'll be having a link to that. To which one? Customer registration. Like this video. All the files we create now will run from here. We'll go from here. Hmm? Okay, so we have just set up everything. So now we'll have a tea break, and when we come back, we'll just continue. Okay, so we're just trying to use Hibernate. Yeah, come back at 11:30 sharp.